watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Thank you for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV, and now we're on Roku. It is Tuesday, March 19th. In our top story, police in Las Vegas are searching for a suspect after a shooting leaves 2 women dead. RJ Camacho reports.
Authorities in Vegas are currently investigating a double homicide where 2 women were found shot to death early this morning. Officers received reports of shots heard at approximately 6:40 a.m. at the 2000 block of McCarran Street in North Las Vegas. When officers arrived on scene, they found 2 women, one in her 20s and the other in her 30s, suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Both of the women were pronounced dead at the scene. According to police, detectives have taken over the investigation and they believe that this was an isolated incident. However, no other details have been released at this time. Those with information are urged to contact the Northern Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department at 702-633-9111 or Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555 to remain anonymous.
And just after midnight, a structure fire erupts here in Pahrump. News 25 is speaking with Fire Chief Scott Lewis for those details.
So just after midnight this morning, Pahrump Fire Rescue has dispatched a report of a working structure fire. The initial reports included multiple reporting parties. There were also indicators that an occupant was screaming for help and was possibly trapped within the burning structure. This structure was located in a development with hydrants. So we were able to utilize our engines instead of having to bring the tenders to the scene. As we arrived on location, we had fire showing in multiple areas of the structure. Crews ensured all life safety aspects were taken care of, and the female was successfully removed from the rear of the residence as well as her dog. She was later transported to our local hospital for medical assessment. Crews commenced an offensive interior attack, which means they advanced the hand lines into the structure. They quickly controlled that fire and then turned it over to the investigative phase. Currently, we're looking at a most likely accidental ignition source. We're looking at several appliances as possible suspects as far as ignition sources. And we continue the investigation and we'll keep you apprised. There were minor injuries, mostly related to exposure to fire products, including possible smoke inhalation.
And more blazes to tell you about. These in Las Vegas. 2 fires result in more than $500,000 in damage, leaving 2 people injured and taken to the hospital.
On March 18th at approximately 1:48 p.m., the Clark County Fire Department had received calls for a structure fire at 6125 Judson Avenue. The first engine to arrive reported to have found smoke showing from one of the side windows of a double-wide mobile home. The 2 occupants of the mobile home had already self-evacuated and were outside when crews arrived. According to firefighters, they entered the structure and put out the fire, in addition to locating 2 other victims within the home. The victims were transported to UMC Hospital for smoke inhalation, and their current condition is unknown. According to the Clark County Fire Department fire investigators, arson is suspected to be the cause of the fire. A second fire occurred earlier this morning on March 19th at approximately 3:34 a.m. The Clark County Fire Department received reports of a bathroom fire at 2052 Lincoln Road, and the first crew to respond reported that the fire had spread through the roof of the building, which was a single-story residence. At the time of arrival, occupants within the home had already self-evacuated and were outside. According to an investigation conducted by Clark County Fire Department fire investigators, the cause of the fire was a bathroom fan. No injuries to firefighters or civilians were reported, and the estimated damages is stated to be $500,000.
In more local news, two vehicles collide earlier today here in Pahrump on Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Mount Charleston Drive. News 25 is also speaking with Chief Scott Lewis to give us more on that crash.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
Pahrump Fire Rescue is dispatched for a report of a two-vehicle accident. The initial report was unknown extent of injuries with one vehicle blocking the roadway. As crews arrived on location, they found the accident as described. We completed a scene size-up risk assessment and found no entrapment. While both were shaken, neither required transport to our local hospital. The accident is under investigation.
That crash remains under investigation by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. And another two-vehicle crash occurs this afternoon. Chief Lewis is also explaining what happened in that accident.
Pahrump Fire Rescue is also dispatched for a report of a second motor vehicle accident. This was a report of a two-vehicle accident, unknown extent of injuries with both vehicles on the roadway. As crews arrived on location, we found the accident with two vehicles involved, moderate damage sustained to both. The scene size-up revealed no entrapment, and neither party required medical assessment or transport. The accident itself is under investigation in the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Turning now to political coverage, President Joe Biden is currently in Las Vegas speaking, and Governor Joe Lombardo recently writes a letter to President Biden urging him and his administration to aid Nevada in its current housing crisis.
Governor Joe Lombardo recently wrote to President Joe Biden urging that his administration take action in regards to the affordable housing crisis in Nevada by releasing more federal land for development. In the letter, he wrote that the federal government continues to arbitrarily restrict statewide growth, inhibiting our communities from realizing their vision for the future. I urge you to cut the bureaucratic red tape that prevents Nevada communities from achieving their housing and economic development goals. In the letter, Lombardo criticized the Biden administration further, stating that the Biden administration recently created a 500,000-acre national monument in southern Nevada, and added that if the administration tackled the housing crisis in Nevada with the same resolve, that communities would be more equipped to grow and meet pressing housing needs. He urged Biden to do better for the people of Nevada and direct the Department of the Interior to complete a statewide resource management plan, or at least update the 18 resource management plans that govern management over Nevada.
And don't grab that remote. We have much more local and national political coverage, including a conversation with Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25. One Las Vegas family serves as a dynamic powerhouse, reigning over Clark County. So our Las Vegas roving reporter, Maria Centers, is joining us from downtown Las Vegas with the latest.
As the Goodman-Merrill dynasty is set to term out, Oscar and Carolyn Goodman's son, Ross Goodman, is one of our city's top lawyers when it comes to high-profile cases. Let's see how Mr. Goodman gets the job done.
My job oftentimes is to try and show people that where there's smoke, there's not necessarily fire. I think people have the mentality when they come here, they're going to leave all their stresses behind and they're going to have a great time, and that's what they should have when they come to Las Vegas. But sometimes you lack judgment and you don't behave the way that you normally would behave back home. And so that oftentimes leads to a bad experience with law enforcement.
High-profile attorney Ross Goodman's first job as a defense lawyer was in the Marine Corps.
A lot of people come to me and they think the world has ended. All they see is a serious charge with a lot of prison time. The criminal justice system is designed to create anxiety for people who are in the system. It's a very long process. I explain to the client every step along the way so that it makes more sense. you have to have the time in order to understand their point of view, understand all the details, even stuff that they may not think is important. It's critical because that's how you start to understand what the defenses are, why they got themselves in that position, how best to defend them.
Born and raised here in Las Vegas, Ross Goodman has been practicing criminal defense law since 2001.
I think that people have to know that even though it looks bleak at the very beginning, at the end of the day, it's very possible, and it happens all the time, where we get cases resolved in the client's favor, whether or not that's a significant reduction from a felony to a misdemeanor or just getting the case dismissed. About 99% of cases in the criminal justice system do get negotiated.
Reporting right here from Clark County Detention Center, I'm Maria Centers with Southern Nevada News Network.
And remember that exclusive interview I promised? Please tune in next week for Maria's exclusive sit-down interview with Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman. And in more political news, upon Mark Kampf resigning from his position as Nye County Clerk, Nye County Commissioners allowed citizens in the county to apply for his position. And today, Commissioners chose one of the applicants to be the new Nye County Clerk, and that person received the highest score from the other applicants.
You all received ranking sheets with 5 questions on there, or 5 categories with which to rank the candidates. The categories were qualifications of the clerk. The specific description on that was, does the candidate have the appropriate qualifications in accordance with Chapter 246 of the Nevada Revised Statutes for this position? That was the first question. Rankings were from 0 to 5 points for that one. Second one was educational background. Does the candidate have the educational qualifications or training for this position? Again, 0 to 5 ranking possible. Prior work experience. Has the candidate acquired similar skills or qualifications through past work experience? Rating 0 through 5. Next one was verbal communication. How were the candidate's communication skills during the interview? Ranking 0 to 5. Overall impression and recommendation. Final comments and recommendations for proceeding with the candidate, 0 to 5. Reading off the totals that each candidate received in order of the highest amount of points. With 118 points was Corey Friedhoff. 100 points was Kayla Ball. 79 points, William Hochstetler. 73 points, William P. Stark. 57 points, Douglas Dubin. 51 points, Leonardo Blundo.
I really see no reason for further discussion. The margins are large. All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Jawor's aye.
Aye.
Carboni, aye.
All right, so that motion carries 5-0. Welcome to your new position, and thank you. I want to thank the candidates that have stuck their neck out there to be looked at and ranked, and I'm looking forward to moving forward with our new clerk and paper ballots. Yeah. All right.
Well, if you drive a Hyundai, listen up. That car is #1 on the list for thieves. So the Las Vegas Metro Police Department is continuing its effort to help the fight against that recent uptick in Hyundai thefts. Mikey Rukan has this story.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, along with Hyundai Motor America, will be hosting a mobile software upgrade and anti-theft solution service center at LVMPD's headquarters, located at 400 South MLK Boulevard, Las Vegas, on Friday, March 22nd through Sunday, March 24th, 2024. During the event, Hyundai owners will have the chance to update their vehicles with the latest anti-theft technology for free. Specially trained mobile service technicians will be on site to install and complete the software upgrade, which should take less than 30 minutes. The event will be held from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. all 3 days with no appointment needed, no registration required, and no sign-ups required. Impacted vehicles include 2018 through 2022 Accent, 2011 through 2022 Elantra, 2013 through 2020 Elantra GT, 2013 through 2014 Genesis Coupe, 2018 through 2022 Kona, 2020 through 2021 Palisade, 2013 through 2022 Santa Fe, 2013 through 2018 Santa Fe Sport, 2019 Santa Fe XL, 2011 through 2019 Sonata, 2011 through 2022 Tucson, 2012 through 2017, and 2019 through 2021 Veloster, and 2020 through 2021 Venue. Additionally, all attendees will receive a no-cost steering wheel lock, compliments of Hyundai.
All right, foodies, listen up. After this break, we're telling you about an awesome French bakery you might not be aware of. Bon appetit after the break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, there is a French bakery right here in Pahrump that's getting a lot of well-deserved attention. In today's business brief, we're speaking with April Siaki, who's telling us about the French bakery and the delicious pastries.
Hi, my name is April Sahaki. I'm an employee at the Oh Happy Bread establishment in Pahrump, Nevada. We currently are a little small French bakery in the little desert town of Pahrump. We're right by Death Valley, and we have a lot of Europeans and other tourists and a lot of people that come from Las Vegas just to come here to have our food. It's a really special gem place in this little town. And then also we serve our fresh bread every day that we bake from the morning. Straight from the morning at 5 in the morning. We release it as soon as our doors are open. And it's fresh loaves, baguettes, garlic flutes, and among other types of breads. And then we also have many pastries that we make every single morning from our pastry chefs and many of us and normal employees that make them as well. And then also we have now released new tumblers for our coffee. So if you buy them, you can have unlimited coffee anytime as long as you bring them in, or half off specialty drinks like lattes, cappuccinos, and also other coffees among that. And then our address is 1231 East Basin Avenue at Suite 7 in Pahrump, Nevada. And our phone number is 775-455-0478. Call us today to order in or take home.
And speaking of electrifying pastries, Valley Electric Association is looking for electrifying students, high school juniors to be specific, who want to enrich their summer with the Michael F. Peterson Youth Leadership Conference. Samantha Harris with Valley Electric is sharing more about this exciting opportunity for teens.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
High school juniors, is leadership your spark? Valley Electric Association is pleased to offer high school juniors the opportunity to ignite their potential at the Michael F. Peterson Youth Leadership Conference, sponsored by the Utah Rural Electric Association. This is a dynamic week-long camp during July that allows students to interact with hundreds of other students from rural communities in Nevada, Utah, and Wyoming. Sharpen your leadership skills through hands-on activities, gain wisdom from influential speakers, and forge lasting friendships through activities such as ropes courses, team sports, dance, and even a talent show. Forge lifelong connections and amp up your leadership skills. You can do it. What? Yes, you can. Don't be shocked. Get enlightened. Do you know a high school junior who is ready to snag their spot in this electrifying adventure? Applications must be submitted by March 31st. Valley will then notify applicants that have been selected by April 15th. The camp is July 8th through the 12th of this year in Ephraim, Utah. All selected participants must attend for the full week, including the travel day on Sunday, July 7th. Transportation is provided from Valley's main campus on July 7th for the program, returning on July 12th. Parents are responsible for dropping off and picking up their children from Valley Electric Association. There is no cost for attendees. They are fully sponsored by Valley Electric. There are 7 spots available, so space is limited. The winners are based on their application, impactful essay, presentation, or video submission. Apply now.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a first look at the last few hours of winter as spring officially starts just after 8 p.m. today. Beautiful spring-like clouds in the sky, beautiful blue background. A closer look at those temps after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. I'm Mike Ruhan from the Channel 25 Weather Studios, streaming at www.kpvm.tv and now on Roku. Check out the weather map. We got weather twins at the top of the map, 72 degrees in Fernley and Fallon, Carson City, 68 degrees, Tonopah, 63, Goldfield saw 65, Beatty, 73, Amargosa, the hot spot, 77, Las Vegas, 71, and out in Death Valley looks like summer, but here in the paradise of Pahrump, our current temperature is 72 degrees. We hit 73 just a little bit ago. Winds out of the south-southwest at 6 miles per hour. The sun rose at 6:48. It's going to set this evening at 6:55. Look for it to go away then. We got clear skies tonight, 47 degrees, and the winds out of the east-southeast, 6 miles per hour. Humidity went up a little bit to 43%. How does that look for the rest of the week? Sunshine tomorrow, Thursday. Got some partly cloudy conditions in the upper 70s until Saturday, 66 degrees and windy. Sunday, a little bit better, 61 degrees, and the wind cuts down to 14 miles per hour. Monday and Tuesday, we rebound a little bit. Something to look forward to. Back to the desk.
Thanks so much, Mikey. Good to see you there, filling in for Rory. And it's nice to see those temperatures creeping up as we usher in spring. And remember, spring officially starts at 8:06 p.m. this evening, and this is the vernal equinox. We have equal hours of daylight and evening, and more daylight to come as these evenings get longer during the spring. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and A's Country Radio, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the air next season. Good night.